Hey loves, today I'm going to show you how to decorate a chocolate cake for Valentine's Day. Now when I think of Valentine's Day, I always think of roses, chocolate covered strawberries, chocolates, and chocolate cake. Oh my goodness, so delicious. Now the actual chocolate cake is a vegan cake. That's right, no eggs or dairy, and my icing is also vegan. I added some cocoa to my vegan buttercream icing to achieve a chocolate flavored icing. I'm stacking my cake and filling it like normal. Now, this could have been a full vegan cake, but I did add some Hershey drizzle in the center. I looked in the refrigerator and I couldn't help it. I had to add it. But if you need this to be completely vegan, just don't add the drizzle or substitute chocolate chips for non-dairy chocolate chips. So this cake is going to be a 4-tier cake. I needed to add some cake dowels to give it some stability. Usually for 3-tier cakes, I wouldn't worry about adding this, but since I'm making it a bit taller, I'm going to add a cake dowel for my 4th tier. Now once I got those cut to the right height, it's time to seal them in and add my 4th cake layer. I'm adding in my last cake dowel to make sure the 4th layer stays in place. Now let's crumb coat and seal all those cake crumbs. After you add a thin layer of icing, be sure to refrigerate your cake to let those crumbs get sealed in. I'm using cake discs to help me ice my cake. I bought these off Amazon and I will link them below and you can find them in my Amazon storefront. I also like to use this because they help me get my icing even on all sides. It just makes the icing process go much faster. You just have to get used to releasing your cake from these discs, but if you make sure your cake is refrigerated and hard to touch, you won't have a problem releasing the cake from them. Now I'm making a chocolate ganache to use for a drip. I put some chocolate chips in a bowl and I will warm up my heavy cream and pour the heavy cream over the chocolate chips, then let it sit for a couple minutes. And then I'm going to come back and give it a stir. So if you wanted to make this vegan, they do have plant-based cream that you can use and non-dairy chocolate chips that you can substitute. It's time to release the cake. It is nice and hard to touch, and once I do this, I'm going to scrape it and clean up any imperfections and add extra icing if I need to. Take your time while you're doing this, and if your cake feels soft, just pop it back in the refrigerator. If you are still watching, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now I'm back to our ganache. I'm going to mix it up. And if I let it cool, it's going to get to the desired texture because I want to make this a nice drip. Before you apply this to your cake, test it out on any surface, or if you know what side is going to be your back side of your cake, you can test it out on that as well. The cooler your ganache is, the thicker it will become and it won't drip as much. At the bottom, I'm adding some chocolate chips, just pressing those into the cake. Now we can add finishing touches to the top. And I'm adding these delicious fine chocolates. This cake is definitely a winner for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day are just a chocolate cake kind of day. Now go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate how it helps out my channel. Bye loves!